because Charles' friend died and he cannot train. But I don't understand. In 3 days or 4 days, he's doing live streamings and back in the camp, and probably they already set it up fight with Diego Lopez. He was just find the excuse, and now he just find the excuse, and I don't know if everybody's different. Yeah, it's to lose somebody is so hard, but you could beat me and dedicate this victory to your friend, and but you never know. So, but of course, fight me or Diego Lopez, for sure he would pick Diego Lopez.
Tsarukyan shares his thoughts on Islam Makhachev's move to welterweight and his fight with Ian Garry.
Was defending very well against the cage. He didn't let him to be on the top. He always stand up, and it's always hard to carry the fighter who knows how to defend so good. That's why he got tired.
Do you think Islam's going to have problems with some of these bigger welterweights, Morales, Praches, Shavkat? Do you think the welterweight landscape is just too big for him?
Morales, maybe, yes. But still, I don't know right now who can beat Islam. Yeah, only maybe prime Usman.
Mauricio Ruffy says the UFC asked him to wait for a major fight. He went to Thailand to prepare, and the opportunity finally materialized.
Eu já estava esperando uma grande luta, o UFC falou comigo, né, da maneira como eu ganhei, como eu venho ganhando os últimos lutadores, né, da maneira como eles não foram derrotados ainda, então eles me pediram para que eu aguardasse, viria uma grande luta, e por isso que eu já tinha ido para a Tailândia treinar, sabia que viria grandes desafios, e chegou, e fiquei feliz por isso.
I knew it was a great fight coming. They said they were going to give me a great fight because of the way that I beat fighters in my previous fights. I beat them in ways that people hadn't beaten them before. So we were waiting in the wings. Even though I didn't have a fight, I went to Thailand to start training for it. We knew something great was coming, and here I am. I'm ready.
Arman Tsarukyan is calling out Charles Oliveira, claiming he found excuses to duck their fight.
Then he cannot focus and train, but I think Charles got a rest and then come back in November and fight with somebody else. Oliveira is a bigger name, and I wish I could fight with Oliveira, and second fight, we already had the fight, and he thought he won that fight. I don't know how, and I just want to show that I got better for 2 years, and Arman is different right now.
MMA guru gives Ruffy a real chance on power, but favors Tsarukyan's path to victory. Without a submission threat, striking is Ruffy's only weapon, while Tsarukyan's wrestling gives him more ways to win.
Ruffy does pose a threat. We've seen Arman Tsarukyan wobbled before. He's been KO'd earlier in his career. When I landed that knee to his body in our grappling match, I did feel him go a little bit. So there is some durability issues. I don't want to sort of go too deep into that. But if there's a way to beat Arman, it's to catch him and do some damage to him, or catch him in a finishable position like Charles Oliveira did with the submissions. But Huffy ain't got the submissions of Oliveira, so his best bet is going to be to go out there and score a KO on Arman Tsarukyan in the first or second round of this fight. Could he do it? Yes. But I don't know, man. I think Arman's got this one. All of the work he's been doing in his grappling and his wrestling, and the amount of wrestling contests that he's been entering, it's going to be in tip-top condition to take a guy like Mauricio Ruffy down.
Adesanya also sees Ruffy as a dangerous, highly mobile striker, at his best with space to create distance and unleash unpredictable attacks.
I think he's a dangerous guy. He's a dangerous guy because he's probably the closest to Islam in that weight class. I can't wait till that fight transpires one day. I know we missed it, but I think when it comes to striking, his striking is different to Islam. Islam is kickboxing, very technical. I think Arman has got nice boxing, good kicks as well. But his kicks are flashy. Also just sharp kicks.
But I would say Ruffy moves better. But Ruffy moves better on their feet. That's one thing that Arman's gonna have to solve.
Footwork, but distance. He's gonna need the distance.
Yes.
That's the thing. Ruffy's, that's the thing. If you give him space, that's how it works.
Yep.
So Arman is probably gonna close the distance ASAP.
Yeah.
As soon as possible.
The opponent change is officially confirmed. Arman Tsarukyan is fully focused on Mauricio Ruffy, expecting his best and preparing completely.
And now I'm focused on the Ruffy.
How do you feel everything you've done over this past year, all the grappling matches, the wrestling matches, how has that improved you as an MMA fighter?
I improved my grappling. So I used to spar and I cannot submit a lot of people, but right now I submit every round. And I improve it, especially in the grappling. And then REF came, I started wrestling, and when I now on the clinch or when I'm taking the legs or shoot double legs, I take down. There is way better than before. So I improved my freestyle wrestling as well. So now it's time to work on my boxing. Maybe after this fight, Dana led me to box, and then I improve my boxing too.
Yeah, there you go. I saw Islam told me that Turki Al-Sheikh said he wants to have him do a boxing match in Zuffa Boxing. Maybe that's how you guys ultimately get your fight done.
Yeah, would be great. Would be great. Me versus Islam. It didn't happen the second time. I'm waiting for the best version of Ruffy, and I'm gonna be ready 100%.
Cejudo picks Kamaru Usman as a dangerous matchup, citing his takedown defense and pressure, believing he'd make it a real fight.
From history, that would make this a banger fight. It's still the Nigerian nightmare, Kamaru Usman, the guy that could defend takedowns. The guy that's going to stay on his feet. The guy that's not gonna shy away from you. That's gonna press. That's gonna stay in there and actually fight you.
Meanwhile,
Josh Thompson also expects Arman Tsarukyan to deliver a dominant performance. He praises Tsarukyan's aggressive style and willingness to push the action, calling him an exciting fighter to watch.
I really enjoy watching Arman fight. I know a lot of people are like, oh, he just wrestles too much. He does this. He's aggressive. He comes after it. He brings the action. I love watching him fight. So I'm looking forward to seeing him fight.
MMA Guru calls Ruffy a dangerous matchup for Tsarukyan, citing his awkward style and power, and believes Tsarukyan's inactivity gives Ruffy the edge.
Better chance.
To deal with the shorter man with a better grappling thing. And Huffy is a sniper on the feet. This is actually a really dangerous matchup for Arman. And I want to say because Arman hasn't been in there too often recently.
Correct.
And when you haven't been in there too often, and you're coming in against a goofy style in Huffy, who's got a sniper of a KO blow at any moment, it is a shocking guy to step back in there with. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That gives Huffy a lot more of a chance. And, even when I was grappling, listen, I've been in there.
Cejudo believes Garry lasts only one round against Islam Makhachev, far less competitive. He also points to unbeaten Michael Morales as the more deserving welterweight contender.
On one round from him, to me, in my opinion, Garry only won one round from Islam Makhachev. The reality is, at 170 pounds, the guy that's undefeated, I think it should probably be Michael Morales, dude.
The debate continues, with plenty of questions still unanswered. The fighters now get to settle it inside the cage. Let us know who you think wins, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Ruffy is chasing a more definitive result. He wants to finish every opponent, views a decision as an incomplete performance, and keeps the knockout in his sights.
Me finalizar, me agarrar, eu tô indo para nocautear e que vença o melhor.
Hey guys, I'm very happy to be here. I just want to say one thing. I go into the octagon to knock people out. That's what I like to do. When I don't knock people out, I don't even sleep well at home. It's unfinished business if I win by decision. So I go into the octagon to do one thing, to knock my opponent out. And that's what I'm going to do.
Adding to the discussion,
Tsarukyan wants to beat Ruffy, secure a title shot, win the lightweight championship, and establish himself as the greatest lightweight in UFC history.
I'm super confident. I know I'm going to beat Ruffy and then fight for the title and to be a champion. And I want to be the best ever lightweight fighter.
Mauricio Ruffy's striking and movement are drawing praise, alongside Arman Tsarukyan's underrated stand-up, in what's called an exciting matchup.
Like Ruffy, Luffy from One Piece, but he's got the ball and chain style, I call it, where his arms are like chains and then just cannonballs at the end, and then the way he whips it, and his evasiveness, the way he looks away from shots. Mixed martial arts, this is artistry, and I'm a big fan of his art. So yeah, but also Arman, a guy that I think should have probably fought Gaethje, but again, he's been having issues with the UFC.
Yep.
So yeah, he's taking time off, but now he gets to fight and showcase why he's one of the best. And I always think of Arman as a wrestler, but you forget how good his striking is.
Yeah.
Because I think the last time he fought, he threw an axe kick.
He said
and I remember thinking like, when the that was an axe kick. Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Like, he threw an axe kick and I was like, when did he? Because he gets up there as well with the hammer down. So yeah, that's an exciting fight. What do you think?
Dana White addresses reports that Arman Tsarukyan was set to face Charles Oliveira, asked to clarify what changed.
Reports that Arman was supposed to be fighting Oliveira. Can you kind of clarify what happened with that?
Does it make a difference? You know who he's fighting.
Sure, yeah.
Demetrious Johnson highlights Ruffy's length, movement, and unpredictable combinations, warning Tsarukyan to stay alert for spinning attacks. Still, Johnson backs Tsarukyan to win and believes it should earn him the next title shot.
The way he moves, how he's so long, and he always looks away and throws combinations. What he did to Michael Chandler, Arman's gotta get on him. If I'm Arman, you know, be cautious, you know.
Yeah.
And the spinning, I mean, sometimes you just never know what guys like that are gonna throw at you. Right? You don't know if he's gonna do a spinning back kick, spinning elbow, upward elbow. Yeah. You just never know. But I'm happy the fact that Arman gets the opportunity to fight, because if he wins, when he wins his fight, he should get the next title shot.
We say when he wins his fight.
Ariel Helwani believes Makhachev's welterweight future could get tougher, with Morales and other contenders gaining momentum. He says Makhachev now faces a deeper pool of challengers after the test Garry provided.
The easiest ride for him. Like, he's not, like, these next few title defenses are really going to tell us who Islam Makhachev is, in my opinion.
100%. And if you were to say what would be his hardest, like in this fight, like before this fight, he's going to defend us, who's going to be the hardest? Probably you would have played, I don't know, would you have placed Ian Garry? I probably would have put Morales as harder in the sense of how big he was and all of the things you're talking about, but you probably wouldn't have had Ian Garry. But to see Ian Garry come out there and I guess put some tape out there on how to maybe like do some things, and now you're talking about these two monsters that are in attendance and they're waiting out there. When you were talking about like the whole Anderson Silva thing and his leg is like where he's at and GOAT talks and all this.
Sean O'Malley considers Michael Morales the more dangerous fighter, highlighting his strength, explosiveness, and wrestling. Still, he admits Morales hasn't gone deep enough into fights to confidently assess his cardio, making a prediction against Islam Makhachev difficult.
I think Morales is definitely the more people are like more thinking he could just jack up those underhooks, wrestle harder. He's more explosive. He's stronger. I don't really recall a Michael Morales fight that's went the distance. I haven't seen his cardio much. I haven't seen how he does against these fights play out to really be able to give an educated guess when you have when you're talking about going against someone like Sean Makhachev.
Tsarukyan was booked to face Charles Oliveira over 5 rounds. 2 weeks into camp, he was offered Mauricio Ruffy instead and accepted to stay active.
I was supposed to fight with Charles co-main event 5 rounds. And then I went for my training camp, and then they, in 2 weeks after when I was in the mountains, they called me and said, we got a new name for you. It's Ruffy. I said, okay, no problem. So because I don't want to pull out and wait for the Charles, because LA 5 rounds, you know, it's a big card, and I have not fought long time, and I need this fight. So it was like the discussion. So, but we didn't confirm anything yet. Like they said 5 rounds, Oliveira, I said yes, and then that happened.
Jorge Masvidal gives Arman Tsarukyan the edge, citing his movement, kicks, punches, and ability to mix up his attacks before finding an opening. Masvidal said, "I think Arman's a little better. He's going to move around, mix up his kicks and punches, use his fakes, and find his opening." Brendan Schaub remains skeptical of Mauricio Ruffy's readiness for a fight this big, arguing his resume lacks proven elite competition. Schaub expects Tsarukyan to take control, though anything can happen.
Should absolutely mop the floor with him.
Ruffy says confidence is essential. He trusts his preparation, expects to hunt the knockout, and believes Tsarukyan will look to grapple.
Eu acho que ele, como lutador, ele tem que ter confiança, né? Se ele não tiver confiança no trabalho que ele faz, ele não vai subir nem as escadas do octógono. Então ele tem que confiar mesmo no que ele está levando. Eu confio 100% no que eu estou levando. Então, fãs do esporte, não percam. Eu vou entrar lá dentro para nocautear e ele está indo lá para me agarrar. Vamos ver quem vai vencer essa luta.
I think as a fighter, he needs to have that confidence. If he didn't have the confidence, why go up the stairs into that octagon? All of us go in there when we want something, we want to win, we have the confidence for that. I'll tell you what, I get into that octagon to knock people out. He said he's going to get into the octagon to basically grab me. Fans.
Sean O'Malley calls Ruffy a dangerous striker with serious power. He expects Tsarukyan to chase takedowns, but warns Ruffy can punish him without early control, calling it a coin flip.
Power shots, big shots, boom, boom. He did get out grappled against Benoit, and that is Arman. Arman's going to maybe come out there, try to take him down, but he's going to be running into some serious danger because Ruffy doesn't come out there and throw a bunch of combinations, let you get under his legs. He bounces around and throws big, hard shots that he knows he's going to land, or at least he thinks he's going to land. He's not going to go out there and waste punches. He's landing, he's trying to knock people out, and that's going to be an interesting fight. That's a hard matchup for Arman. If he doesn't get him down and control him right away, that's going to be an interesting fight. And I want to see Arman fight for a title. I feel like he's deserved to fight for a title, but I really like Ruffy. I really like Ruffy, and I think it's an exciting fight. I think it's a coin flip right now.
And I think Arman would be a big name if he was in a title fight as well.
Yeah.
Chuck Mendenhall believes Ruffy can turn this into a career-changing win, moving him into the title conversation. For Tsarukyan, it's the biggest moment of his career, another hurdle back to contention. Tsarukyan respects Mauricio Ruffy's striking, but believes wrestling gives him the edge, and remains confident he can hurt Ruffy standing.
Job, and I have a time to watch his all fights, and he's a good striker. I think right now in our division, one of the best striker, because he knocked out Rafael Fiziev. Fiziev is the best striker as well, and it's gonna be dangerous on the feet, but on the wrestling, I think it's gonna be easier. Yeah, everybody knows I'm gonna shoot, but they don't know when and which round. Maybe it's gonna be round number 4, number 3. So let's see.
Do you think you could knock him out on the feet, though?
I can. I've been in this business a long time, so I have a lot of good